Welcome back to the grind, everybody. So happy to have you with us this week. Today is day 21, and wow, what a blessing and just a great week it has been. It's been a busy week, but what I've been telling people is it's been busy and productive. We have a meeting tomorrow with the follow up from the vitamin drip bar that we originally went to last week, I believe. So this is meeting number two, and then Owen and his girlfriend Taylor actually landed another meeting following Monday, and that's with like a water company. So super exciting things happening. Excited that we get to pour into some other businesses. Um, but yeah, I just want to get down to some practical things this week. Actually, um, I've been having a lot of people reach out to me about guidance and asking questions about business in general. And starting a few businesses, I've learned a lot of the processes and what it takes just to get the business started, right? Like the DBAs, the LLCs, whatever the case may be. And so a lot of those practical questions are keep coming up. But one thing that I have found is a lot of times people will keep asking questions but never actually start on the thing that they're wanting to do. We tend to always go back to like, I need all the information. I need to know this. I need to know that in order to get started. And a lot of times, you're not going to have all the information. Actually, most of the time, you're not going to have all the information. You got to take as much information that you possibly can get, make an educated guess. And then as your business grows and you start having KPIs and you're tracking the numbers, you're able to make more dialed and more educated guesses based on those numbers. But when you're getting started, we're all in this together. And it's kind of like, man, we're going to throw out there this and that and see what sticks. And you start learning the process and you start just really diving into what it takes and the forms you need to fill out, the taxes that you need to pay, the agencies that you need to file with. So you start learning all those things. And until you start, you really just don't know. And along the process, ask those questions, but at least be moving forward, right? And then the next thing is like, okay, great. I'm starting a business. I got all the forms, but now what? Well, you got to get clients. And I always preach this is the three foundational pieces is SEO, ads, and social media. Social media, you're covering your branding and who you are and kind of showcasing that. Paid ads is going to give you more immediate leads. And then SEO is going to be more long game, like start ranking organically in Google for certain search terms. So somebody says local hair salon near me, you're popping up. Local electrician near me or best electrician near me, you're popping up on the top of Google, right? Not only does that go hand in hand with paid ads because one, you're going to be on paid ads, which is at the very top. Two, when you start working on your SEO, you'll start ranking on Google Maps. So that'll be the next piece. So you'll be on the top of that. And then you have organic search, which you'll be on top of that. So you're hitting all three key points at the top of Google within the first search somebody's looking for your services. That is going to play a huge role in how busy you are. So really diving in and making sure these three foundational pieces are going to be key to any business. Now, yes, there is a lot more to it. There's a lot out there. But this is where you can start. If you're just looking to get started, start in these three areas. And I know it's a little plug, but we do have a software that we offer for $99 a month that you can do yourself for SEO. So that way you're not having to pay somebody to do it. It'll walk you through step by step what exactly you need to do. It will also connect to your website and you can do on-site optimization and get it dialed in as far as what you need to do for your website to start ranking. And I will say this software is the exact software that we use to get our salon ranked to the top of Google for our location that we have now. So it does work. You just have to put in the time, you have to put in the work, you have to create the content and do the things you need to do. But when you do that, it does work. Another thing for SEO to keep in mind is reviews. The more reviews you can get, it's going to help you on Google Maps, and you'll start ranking on Google Maps, which is very key to what you're trying to do as far as SEO goes. Again, if that is not something that you really want to take on, we are offering SEO services right now for $4.99 a month, and we will handle all your SEO needs for you. But I know a lot of startup businesses typically don't have that readily available. So that's why we do offer the software that walks you step by step. It has a whole knowledge base that you can search on how to do things. It literally has like videos and everything that walks you step by step. Very intuitive. So if that's of any interest to you. But back on what I was talking about, it's just like heartbreaking to hear some of these people talk about things for years and years and years and then never do it. And I truly believe that we're creative people in general. Everybody has some type of creative side to them. And I think that's why a lot of times people don't enjoy their 9 to 5 because they're wanting to step out and express themselves in the way that they feel created to do. That's why I'm like, my heart truly is with small businesses and helping them get them off the ground. I'm working on a little community that people can join, people can help each other out. I'll hop in there, throw some videos in there that will help walk people through step by step on how to do things and just create this cool community, because I know a small business, like I said before, typically doesn't have the funds to pay a marketing company to do the stuff that really needs to get done. But if I can at least show you guys how to do it and you just take the time, then it's going to be well worth it. Because either way, you're going to pay one way, right? You're going to either pay money or you're going to pay with time. And so if you don't have the money, then you have to put in the time. And this is a way that I can really help you guys as far as producing the content and then allowing you guys to put in the time to do the work and be with you along the way. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there because it hasn't just been one person talking to me about this. It's been multiple people talking to me. And so I just wanted to put that out there of like, let's just get started. And then from there, what can we do to get everything rolling and the ball rolling and the business started and leads coming in and customers coming in, right? So number one, just get started. But anyway, super great week. Today has been an eventful day for sure, but like any great adventure, you're going to have highs and you're going to have lows, and it's keeping a positive attitude through all those times, right? And what I was talking to Crystal, my wife, about tonight was like, sometimes in the chaos, people start like getting very chaotic, like, stressing it out and getting anxious and like, what do we do? And a lot of those times is when you need to just breathe, calm down, relax, and really just start thinking about like step by step. Okay, how can we tackle this problem? Let's try this. Nope, it's not that. Okay, let's try this. And really just like narrowing down what the problem could be. And then once you figure it out, okay, cool, now we can move forward. But a lot of times when you're operating in chaos, you can't think straight. And a lot of times you'll make things worse. So really just settle down, keep calm, breathe, and figure out, okay, what are my next steps? And that is something that I really took heart today. And I don't know, just wanted to share that with you guys. I've been learning, like, as a company grows and you grow in some type of leadership role, a lot of times people look to you for the answers. And a lot of times you won't, as a leader, you don't get the credit when things are going really well or things grow. But when things go wrong, you're the first person people look to. And it's a very humbling experience, just in all aspects of life, like the salon or the marketing company or whatever the case may be in any type of leadership, right? Like learning to be okay with that. Like you have to build other leaders in order for anything to grow. And in order to build other leaders, you have to build them up, and you have to take on the responsibility as the leader yourself if things go wrong. And I think a lot of times it could be pride standing in the way, saying, you know what? I'm not getting credit for any of this, and I've been putting on all this work. I've been giving all these suggestions, and everyone else is getting the credit for it. But again, that's not from the Lord. Like that's pride. And so really breaking that pride off and really stepping into like that leadership role of, you know what? That's okay, because now they're getting built up and this whole thing will grow. It's not about me, it's about the bigger picture. And so I think that's a big leadership and growth opportunity for all of us, to not just take credit, but to give credit, right? So yeah, just been a week full of learning and just really trying to like navigate different situations and dealing with some mindset things and mindset shifts, and reading that book has been amazing. If you don't know, I do have it in my Instagram highlights, so if you want to go back and look at that. But overall, been a really, really great week. I love creating these videos. It's been awesome to hear people, just how inspired they get and they're wanting to start doing their own thing. Like, it's very humbling to hear that. A lot of times I'm like, oh, like it kind of makes me feel uncomfortable a bit. Like, oh, people are actually watching me. But it is a humbling experience, and it's just really cool to see other people want to step out and have that leap of faith and really dive into what God's called them to do. And having the courage to do that is just amazing. And I applaud anybody and everybody that does that, because it takes a lot of faith and it takes a lot of courage to do something like that, because it is one of the biggest things that as far as faith goes, I feel like, is starting a business. Because without faith, you're going to be very, very stressful. And I just want to talk about God a little bit in this situation, right? Like, there'll be times where you're like, man, I don't know how I'm going to pay payroll. I don't know how I'm going to, pay this bill. But if God called you to it, he'll bring you through it. And so whenever those situations come up, you say, Lord, I give this to you. You brought me to this, and I'm going to trust in you that you're going to bring me through it. And that's when you can lean on that faith and be like, you know what? It's going to be okay. And no matter what, just keep having that faith. There might be a business that doesn't go right or isn't successful, but you get back up and continue to do what God's called you to do. If you've always had that entrepreneur mindset or mentality or that drive, like, just keep at it. Don't give up. I feel like so many times people are like, man, it didn't work the first time. Coca-Cola sold 25 bottles in their first year. You imagine if they would have quit in that first year? So I just say, keep going, keep having that faith. Don't give up. God is with you. Keep him in the center of everything you do, because at the end of the day, he will bring you peace in every situation, every circumstance. So with that, I love and appreciate you guys. I hope you found some type of value or some type of knowledge or something you could have taken away from this. That's really the essence of this video today. Kind of give you an update of what's going on over this last week, and continue to make this content even when I don't feel like it, or when I do feel like it. Just keep putting this out and trusting and having faith in the Lord. So love you guys, appreciate you, and until the next time, I'm out.